All right, folks. The road trip is actually about to begin. Notice the odometer. Yeah, somebody pointed that out. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, that's so cool. Dude, the fast travel actually goes like, hey, you're taking a train to go to Chicago O'Hare, to fly to Vegas, to take a train up to Seattle. Now, that's obviously the least efficient way to travel in the US, but that's a really cool little detail that it doesn't just like use a loading screen. I mean, obviously that is a loading screen, but like it doesn't just have a boring ass loading screen. It's actually like, hey, no, you went to the train station, you took a train over to the airport. Like, it's cool little details. I love stuff like that. Absolutely love stuff like that. Okay, so we are heading towards the bay. So we're going to be going kind of like right here, I think is where we're going to start. Set waypoint. Matt could not agree more. Could not agree more. I feel like we've lost that in modern gaming, which to a certain degree is fine, because like, yeah, there's less loading screens in general now. But there was like a certain magic to stuff like that. A certain immersion. Everybody remembers the Mass Effect 1 elevators. They're fun. Dude, first time in Seattle, by the way. This is sick. We got the Space Needle. I've been there. I think I actually have. It might be it's just hiding somewhere. At one point, I had a little Seattle Space Needle souvenir that I got from going to the Space Needle. I wonder where that is. Huh. Anyway. Dude, I am very well. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well. No, we're about to start a big road trip. I'm psyched. These are like some of my... This is like the best thing I could ever do on stream. I love this. Also, look at how bustling and lively this is. This is awesome. Tons of traffic. Tons of people walking around. I love video games. I love video games. Okay, yes. I don't know, Aleppo, if that was your reminder to me, but yeah, I gotta turn off the 3D world spots now. Save options. Okay. And folks, Road Trip 2 is about to begin. Let's set our marker for, I think Yosemite was the first? No. Where were we heading first? Through Lake Tahoe? Oh yeah, no, it was like, ooh. Oh, guys. Okay, we have a choice. Do we want to go up through Lake Tahoe or down through Yosemite? Both would be cool, I think. I've been to Lake Tahoe, so that's kind of fun for me. Looks like you kind of go up a big peak. Yosemite, though, does have this. Which would be kind of crazy. Yosemite, +1 for Yosemite. Okay. I'm not against it. Let's do Yoshi. All right, Yosemite it is. That'll be our first marker. So let's just set a tag for Yosemite, I guess. Or set a waypoint for it. There we go. Okay. The first leg of the journey begins. There we go. Okay, it was like hanging and not letting me load for a second. All right, off we go. And, oh, this is awesome. Okay, so reminder for everyone. This is a fresh car. So we only had 1.7 miles on the odometer when we started this journey. Also, yes, it is stuttering a little bit. Hopefully that cleans up. But, yeah, so the odometer will be, like, pretty legit for the actual, length of the journey. We just need to subtract 1.7 miles. Loving all the traffic, all the pedestrian traffic, which, by the way, is a mod. You can go on their Discord, and they have a mod to increase traffic. Oh, that's cool. Dude, look at that. Little totem pole. That's fun. Cool. I wonder if that's like meant to be a real, like a specific totem pole, or just like a generic reference. Still going straight here. Yeah, I think the visuals have aged pretty well. A lot of games kind of from this time have, I think, aged fairly well, because they still look nice and sharp. Yeah, I do there are like a couple issues, like the headlights can like be bugged out sometimes. You can see the texture pop in happening on the trees, which, by the way, this is our first time. Oh, dude, look at that. Look at that view. I love a good skyline. I just love a good skyline. Man. Let's take a screenshot of that. Little screenshot of kind of the beginning of our journey. Yeah, before the DLSS apocalypse. Dude, exactly, though. Exactly. God, what a view. That's sick. All right, off we go. And yeah, for the record, that city doesn't even register as one of the major cities on the map. It's not even, I know it's kind of being blocked by my logo, but the only major cities you get on the map are LA, Vegas, Chicago, Detroit, New York, and Miami. That entire, I mean, we didn't even really explore it that much, but that entire city is not even part of like the list of big overworld cities. That city. Like, oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Gorgeous area, by the way. I've always been so attracted to the Pacific Northwest. My wife is from Oregon, so we've been there a few times. And man, do I love it there. To me, Pacific Northwest is like the perfect blend of everything. It's very lush. Like, it's just so lush and green. Winters are mild because you're near the ocean. You get the ocean. You get mountains. You get forests. You get plains. You get a little bit of everything. Like, you get a little bit of snow, kind of depending where you're at. But again, like, winters are relatively mild. Summers are nice because, again, you're by the coast. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, tons of rivers and, like, just rocky little babbling brooks. Do you guys ever see that, like, anime ad for, I think it was, like, Portland or Oregon tourism? What an amazing ad that was. If you've never seen it, go Google it. Go look up, like Studio Ghibli anime ad for Oregon. And you'll be like, oh, I get it. They did. Okay, hold on. If you got, all right, we got to watch it. Pause the road trip. Quick potty break. Yeah. Quick potty break. That's where we are. On with the road trip. Potty break over. Hope everyone grabs some chips. Some jerky, perhaps. What's your guys' go-to road trip snack? Oh, it's kind of cool. Seeing a little ambulance on the way. Google search flights to Oregon. Dude, do it. Oregon's gorgeous. It honestly is. It is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. So psilocybin's legal in Oregon is what I'm learning. I think it might be. Haribos? Yeah. Dude, those are like the best gummies. Fully agree. Chips of some sort? Yep. I'm a Pringles guy. Y'all know it. Hot dogs from the gas station? I can get behind that. I can get behind that for sure. Oh, wow. Look at the mountain range. That's so cool. All right, off we go. Jerky or lifesavers, nice. Interesting mix. Both chewy, one savory, one sweet. All right, I dig it. Also, yeah, I'm a big jerky guy on longer road trips. Jerky is definitely one of my go-tos. Peanuts, oh, spicy coated peanuts, interesting. I'm not a big, like, nut person in general. I think cashews are all right. I do like pistachios. Peanuts I'm not big on. Like sunflower seeds, I know that's not, you know, it's in like the nut ecosystem. I'm not big on, but there's a few. I can do all right with some nuts. Straight jerky in it. There you go. We're near a wreck. I still don't think I've picked up any of those. Honey roasted peanuts, top tier. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a big peanut guy. I do like those. Like if they're out, I'll eat them. But I would never buy them. I guess maybe that's it. Hoki, have you heard of the E10 exploit? No, I have not. Give me the deets. What's the news? Are we there yet? Almost, buddy. Almost. Oh my god. E10D's nuts. Damn. Got me hook, line, and sinker with that one. That's pretty good. Alright, can we ban Mysterious Matt from the chat, please? Like a year, a year or two maybe is good enough to help him learn his lesson. Dude, look at this. Hey, there's a hang glider. Hey, we actually saw one. I know you guys saw one a while ago. I think it'll disappear at some point. Wow, look at how high detailed that is. That's so sick. Flock of birds flying by. How gorgeous is this? Where's my car? There it is. Like, come on. What a game. This is over a decade old. Taking another screenshot. This is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. Yeah, Matt, I don't think you weren't here for our Wednesday road trip, were you? We saw there are so many unique flying vehicles in the game. Like Marine 1, the helicopter that flies the president around, that's in the game. There's jets. We were driving through the Grand Canyon, and there were like squads of jets flying over. There's like big, you know, there's like little biplanes, little Cessnas and stuff like that. There's big passenger like jumbo jets that fly. Like, there's a crazy amount of detail and wildlife. Tons of wildlife in the game as well. We saw wolves, deer. There is, oh my god, you guys. There's a waterfall. Oh my god. Screenshot. Look at this. Hold on, I gotta like stop in the real world here, and because I want to see the waterfall moving. Dude, this is gorgeous. Oh my god. Thank you guys for telling me to go through Yosemite, because holy crap. See, I can't really like look up at it. Oh, there you can kind of see it. Holy crap. This is so amazing. I'm actually like trying to get an incline here so we can see the waterfall a little better. Yeah, you can still like not quite, and then it gets blocked by trees. Dang, I wish this game had a drone mode. This is one thing I want from Horizon. God, look at this. Oh my god, okay. Look at this. Look at this. Another screenshot. If that's not just the most beautiful thing. Holy crap, see the river down there? Screenshot. Look at this. It's gorgeous. I'm in awe. I want to get a little bit, yeah, there we go. Kind of bring that into focus. God. Expose it a little bit more, maybe. Saturate it a little much. That's a little too much. We'll go there. Man. Oh, yeah, this road trip's gonna take us The one last time took us about an hour and a half. And we're definitely going slower this time around. God, the waterfall! I can't get over it. This is amazing. I'm in the wrong camera. There we go. I like this one. Yeah, we've done 12 miles. That's right. Dude, but look at this. Just the majesty of the world. Oh. Oh. I really hope that we can get some mods to like turn up the level of detail, increase the view distance, because that's like all this needs. Texture resolution's good enough. It just needs some of that distant detail to like really help it pop at a distance. My God, look at that. Oh, I saw a deer. Yeah, there's a deer or something. Look at that. Right there. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Supra to Yosemite, I guess. Little camping cabins or something. Game's, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but the game's running better, for sure, than yesterday. Definitely running smoother. Yeah, this is an awesome place to drive through. Even just look at how, like, the sun... We went at the perfect time, too. Look at how the sun and the shadow are like, hitting the rocks differently. Oh! Are you kidding? Look at this! Holy cow! Hold on, let me bring the time of day back a little bit. Oh. This is just gorgeous. My word. Okay, we gotta keep moving. This is just so pretty. Little jump there. God, look at the view from that way too, like going down into the canyon as you approach the coast. All those waterfalls, I counted like 3 of them. The majesty of this game. It is immense. And to think that this is like one tiny portion of the map. One tiny portion. I love it. Oh, here come the switchbacks. All right, up we go. Gonna be climbing a lot of elevation here. Feeling pretty good, actually. I have been, especially now that the frame rate is a little bit smoother, I've been enjoying the handling. I think it's quite good. Oh, weird little like visual flash there. Not sure what that was. But yeah. Been very much enjoying it. This game is the definition of don't know what you got till it's gone. Dude, seriously. It's... I don't know how to frame it. I don't know how to think of it. Because I played this when it first came out. And like, yeah, I thought it was cool. I was like, yeah, this is sick. I mean, we were talking about this on Wednesday about how my first ever stream was in this game. Doing big cross-country road trips. So like, I appreciated it. But when it started to get shut down, or like when we started hearing that it was going to get shut down, I was kind of like, you know, I was upset on principle of like, hey, no game should ever be lost to the world. But like, I didn't care to play it, you know. We all knew it was shutting down, and I just let it shut down. And now that I'm like back here and we're playing it again, I'm just sitting here like in absolute awe of the game. I'm just like, how come we don't have games like this anymore? This is amazing. Good story, good handling, honestly pretty dang good visuals, like especially considering the fact that this is over a decade old, and just an unbelievably massive map. Unbelievably massive. What's up? Did you hear about a new game called Formula Legends? It's Formula 1 inspired racing game that, while looks great, there were some complaints about its driving controls. Maybe something that could interest you to look at. Yeah, it's not like super up my alley. I'm not a Formula 1 guy. I'm not a Formula racing guy. So, you know, for that reason alone, like, it's not super up my alley. It looks cool. I have seen it a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of one of those games that's probably going to slip under my radar just because I'm not a Formula. I just don't have any real interest in that. And there are kind of other games that look a little kind of similar in the same vein of like Circuit Superstars or yeah, Circuit Superstars. but yeah, it looks interesting. It looks cool. I have no idea how it handles. Obviously, I haven't tried it, but I probably won't, just because there's so many other things going on, and I'm not super into Formula racing. Yeah, dude, the Crew 2 will surely have U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Dude, what if? Oh, by the way, I just realized we hit our first marker. All right, 20 miles. There we go. It's time to go to Salt Lake City. So let's just, let's see what it does when it just takes us there. Let's see what direction it takes us. It's that waypoint. That's gonna take us south through Vegas. Yeah, I'd rather go across the Salt Flats. Let's do the, excuse me, let's do this. Let's set our waypoint right here. And then let's drive across the Salt Flats. Because that's, you know, that's what you got to do. So let's drive across the Salt Flats down like here. Yeah, that's too far out of the way going that far up north. Yeah, and then we'll relink up with the road like right here, and then we'll go over to Salt Lake. We'll do that. Yeah, top speed run, exactly. Ooh, it's dark. Can I? Yeah, headlights just like don't work in this game. it's just gonna be dark. How is that for the stream? It's quite dark. I can maybe, I think there's brightness control in the game. It's a little vibey, but yeah, the headlights, hopefully that's another mod they can work on to make headlights actually function. Because I do like how dark it is, I just don't like that the headlights don't really do much. Like at all. You can see the road, alright. That's something. Yeah, I can see the road. Like, it's enough. Ooh, I think we're gonna get a little bit of a sunrise coming down off the mountain. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, look at... the reflection of the moon on the road with the wet road. And here we are. Oh, my God. Now, what... Is that Salt Lake off in the distance? I think it's gotta be. Big plane flying overhead as well. Quick photo stop. Look at that. Look at that. Can I get a hell yeah? Yeah, I think we're too far north for that to be Vegas, but maybe. Zoom. The moon, the plane, the city, the lighting, so good. So good. All right, down we go. Is it Vegas? Maybe. Yeah, you might be right. Because I think we're heading a little bit south right now. Maybe it is Vegas. I don't think we can see Salt Lake from here. You might be right. A few of you guys that said it. Because, yeah, you're totally right. With the direction we're heading, that has to be Vegas. Yeah, it has to be. Man, that's so sick. Car sounds nice as well. I know I commented on that earlier, but it really does. Also, holy crap, it's dark. It's really dark. Now that the like the moon isn't reflecting on the rain. Oh, and here we're getting a little more rain actually. It's very dark. Yes, Cold. This is the original crew. Yeah, this is the Crew 1 brought back to life through the Crew Unlimited mod, TCU. It's a patch for the game that allows you to play it offline on your own machine, and it's amazing. It is amazing. And they're working on online, so at some point, seemingly somewhat soon, they're going to be bringing online back to the game with custom hosted servers, I would assume. Yeah, go to devs for sure. It makes me so happy that all these projects exist. Yeah, like Project Paradise, shout out Matt, Underground2.net, like all those projects, GT4 Spec 2, like just breathing new life into all these amazing games. I love it. Love it. Keeping the dream alive, baby. God, this is gorgeous. Like, I know it's dark, but just like the way the light's playing off, the little bit of rain, the full moon, it still is an absolute vibe, even if my headlights don't barely work. Guys, look at that. Would you just look at it? Even the ambulance going by is kind of vibey. Excuse me, sorry, was not taking the turn lane. Ooh. Little dark country road here. Getting a little bit of stutter as well, but Bigfoot Wen, we might be out of that window. Also, I wouldn't even see him. Hell yeah. Little midnight toge run here. Dude, this is awesome. Woo! Can barely see anything. I'm just going off the mini map. Luckily the brakes are really good in this game. Birds flying overhead. Man, yeah, this is fun. It's the first time kind of like doing some actual driving along the road trip. Boy, I sure do wish the headlights worked, though. Yeah, we're doing a, what do they call it in Initial D? Like a blind attack? There you go. We're doing a blind attack. No headlight, any percent. That's not the road. I got distracted by the like, fancy UI flashing. What are all those lights off in the distance? Is that like a pipeline, maybe? Maybe there's a big pipeline that kind of cuts across the salt flats or something? Oh, yeah, it's probably a highway. Duh. I don't know why my first thought was not, it's a road. But it wasn't. Night of fire, you better close your eyes. See? There you go. It's right there. Hitting 150. We're cooking now. Yeah, road? In a car game? In my car game? No. Couldn't be. Couldn't be. That's a cop. Oh, maybe it wasn't, because it didn't pop up. You can just barely make out Vegas over there. That's awesome. Okay, so let me check the map real quick. Oh, we ended up coming south. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay. I thought we were going to end up going down this road and ending up here, but it ended up taking us across and down here. Okay, so actually we're not going to take a left there. I was wondering. And let's just run across the salt flats right here. We'll just cut across, and then we'll take a right and go south, and then take a left over to Salt Lake. Yeah, I think it might have been a dirt road, which is why it didn't want to take me on it. I swear you must have somehow shut off headlights. No, they're on. They're on. It might be like a graphical bug, I don't know, but I've heard other people complaining about it. So I know it's not just me. Dude, look at that. They even have like a little national park sign. So cool. Alright, so we're heading, I think, like dead that direction. Yeah. Off we go. There we go. Avoid the campers. Dude, this is actually kind of sick. Oh my god, wait, they have a drag strip. There's a literal strip here. No way. How cool is this? So it's like all set up for you to do top speed runs and everything. Dude, no way. This is so sick. What? Look at it, they've got like they've got it all set up. This is so cool. This is so cool. There's people walking around. I'm gonna hit them. I can't believe, like, I mean, of course, but that's just so rad. I love that. I love that. All right, yeah, we gotta get back. I think our marker's like that direction. Can't really tell. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Okay, we're heading towards that little yellow light. There are drag events here, actually. Yeah, I would imagine they use that space for something. Yeah, how sick. Tops out around 150. Let me know if you see a flipping RX-7. Dude, Vegas off in the distance. Look at that. How far away is that, too? My God. Also, what the hell is this? Oh, this is one of those, like, stunt areas they added in, isn't it? Hey, I got an achievement for terminal velocity. Yeah, okay. That's one of those little stunt areas. Apparently, there's been some discussion about trying to remove those from the game. Which, I don't know. I guess it's fine. It doesn't really bother me. Oh, hey, there's a, what was it? Like a CH-130 or FC-130 fueling a jet. Speaking of rare planes. Yeah, there's a C-130 fueling a jet. Like, again, no, it's not an AC-130. We talked about this at last stream, because it's a different, like, spec in that class. Somebody said it. John, I think, knew. KC-130. Yeah, I think that's what it was. A KC. A KC-135 or KC-130. Anyway, sick. And, like, why'd they put that in the game? Because they wanted to. There you go. Lockheed Martin KC-130. Boom. Oh, yeah, sun's coming up a little bit. Here we go. God, look at this. Okay. I just have to... I know this road trip's taking us forever, but... Can we just take a moment to appreciate the absolute vastness of this right here? Of where we're at right here. Ignore the little stunt arena. Of, like, Vegas way off in the distance. A big, like, wind farm way off there. Mountains. in every direction. Mountains behind other mountains. Like, you can see the peaks off that way. Big old mountain up there. Like, the peaks we just came down off of. Highway, like, going off into the distance. All of this is, like, just... It's, like, that part of the map. Like, that's it. We're seeing, like, a little bit of this mountain range. We're seeing, like, this. Everything we can see is, like, that... Calling it a tenth of the map would be generous. Generous. I can't... The scale of it, I just can't get over. I can't get over it. Yeah, Olaf, my state got a little shafted, too. It is what it is. Alright, I think we're taking a right here to go over to Salt Lake. Here, let's actually, now that we're here, let's just plop down our location for Salt Lake and get there. Here we go. More like a 50th or so. Yeah, I mean, it's like... It's a small portion of the map. Oh, that's it. Wait, it wants to take me back that way? All right, I'm just going to ignore it and see if it corrects itself at some point. Because we're going the right way, yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. Why does it... We're on this road, and it's like, no, no, no. No, no, no. Go the other way, please. Anyway. Yeah, man, I can't get over it. 2 planes in the sky, big jumbo jet, little Cessna. I love it. I wonder if this is a real sky map, too. Do I pause the game? Do I take another... Do I go into photo mode again? I'm not, like, seeing anything I recognize. Yeah, quick launch Stellarium, right? I do have it, like, right on my homepage, for the record. Nerd mode activated. I don't see any, like, recognizable constellations. It's interesting, though, because... It's gotta be real, because you can see a little bit of trailing on the stars. Also, holy shit, yeah. Dude, when you zoom in, it, like, actually... It actually shows more detail. That's actually not trailing on the stars. That's a binary star. But it looks like a real photograph. The artifacting looks like real photographs. I've got to assume... Like, it looks like a real photograph. Maybe the brightness is just off, so it's harder to recognize constellations. I'd bet money you have Stellarium installed 10 minutes ago. Yeah, baby. It's right here. Boom. Boom. There it is. But yeah, I'm not recognizing anything. You think you saw Cassiopeia? Where in relation to the moon? Yeah, it's kind of like a little W. Yep, I know the constellation well. Saying not quite that. Yeah, I'm just not, like, seeing anything I recognize, but it might just be a factor of brightness. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of vibey. Just one little house in the middle of the desert. Get a little bit of airtime. Hey, there's Marine 1 flying overhead right there. That's kind of neat. Matt, welcome to my stream. Where everything is a distraction from everything else. And the driving suffers for it. Oh, that's why it wanted me to take the other route. Because this road goes under the highway. It doesn't actually technically connect. Ah, okay. The GPS wasn't as stupid as we thought. Poor car is ruined. But we're on it. We're on it. Is there a way? How do I repair the car, by the way? I mean, I think we're just gonna leave it. Did we ever find out, does it repair over time? Maybe it does. Got that early morning, rush hour traffic. We're just gonna cut up, do a little lane splitting. Repairs over time? Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Nice, yeah, it does actually seem like it's, yeah, it is repairing. Very cool, okay. Good thing. So the crew is roughly 1/36th scale. ATS is around 120. Oh, okay, that's like relatively close in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, so ATS, like, ballpark, you know, not quite twice as big. You're breaking the law with that driving? Yeah, but I'm in a BMW, so none of it matters. Have you considered that? Oh man, another amazing view. That's always one of my favorite things about driving IRL, and especially road trips, is like coming over a mountain, like cresting over a hill, and just being greeted with like a completely different view. It's one of my favorite things in real life, and it just happened in the game, and I love it. Man, what a sight. What a sight. A little bit of lag there, or a little bit of stuttering, but overall, again, knock on wood, it's been relatively smooth. Definitely way better than it was the other day. And for the record, we're not even using lossless scaling this time around. So yeah, and it still feels better. We're getting a nice view of the lake, maybe? I think we will. We're kind of coming around it, up and around it. Yeah, there we go. Slow down a little bit, kind of go with the pace of traffic. Man, look at that. What a lake. What a view. I love it. Absolutely love it. A little over 40 miles into our road trip, by the way. No. Just a law-abiding citizen. He's right there. I don't think they care if you speed. I think it's just like hitting cars and stuff. Cars and obstacles. Maybe going into the alternate lane? Oh, we're getting a little bit of snow in Salt Lake. As we come into town. Oh, what a cute little town. I mean, honestly, like, decently sized city, but damn. I love it. It's all snowy and cozy. A little bit of snowfall coming down. It's lit very well. Oops, I hit a car again. Oh. What a view. Loving this. Oh, okay, I was about to say, look, they even have, like, pedestrians that fit because that dude was, like, wearing a jacket and being cold. Which is true, but the dude right next to him is just, like, totally chilling in a t-shirt. That dude is wearing, like, a big jacket. Like, whoo, brr, it's so cold. And then this guy over here is like, ugh, stepped in shit. Just wearing a plain white tee, completely unbothered. So, you know, half points for immersion. Did I ever play Driver? I have played Driver San Francisco. I have not played any of the others. But I have played Driver San Francisco. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. We all know that one guy. I was that one guy a little bit in high school, admittedly. I was. I mean, this is all valid. There's a girl doing it with a nice big jacket. Here's a dude wearing a flannel with a little coffee cup or something. Man. Loving this. We'll drive through town just a little bit. Get a little view of it. Check out downtown Salt Lake. This is, I've got family, actually, that lives here. Got family that lives here, and I visited them last winter. And that was kind of my first time properly visiting Salt Lake, and I very much enjoyed it. Also, they have an In-N-Out. They're like one of the furthest west, or furthest east places that has an In-N-Out. Which is wonderful. So, my family member picked me up from the airport, and he was like, do you want to grab any? It was pretty late, you know, it was like 10 or 11 at night, and he was like, do you want to like grab some food before we go back to my place? And I was like, oh no, that's fine. I was like, well, I don't know, I'll look around. I'll see if anything, you know, suits my fancy. And then I saw that there was an In-N-Out, and I was just like, oh, we have to go to In-N-Out. So that was the last time I had In-N-Out. It's a very rare occurrence. I've had In-N-Out twice in the last like 4 or 5 years. But gosh dang, do I love it. I'm very jealous of people who have In-N-Out next to them. Yeah, John, maybe. Quickly explain In-N-Out to a European peasant. Fair, yeah. It's the best fast food burger you can get. It's the best fast food burger you can get. People, like a guy with a burrito, will say, oh, it's mid, it's just fine. But they're not factoring everything in. Because you get it instantly. It costs like the amount a burger should cost. And it's delicious, and it's a good amount of food. It's like the last bastion of true fast food in America. And I think it's very good. I think it's an extremely good burger. Like I would eat an In-N-Out burger over pretty much any other burger you could go order at a restaurant. Yeah. Not sponsored, by the way. The fries, terrible. Abysmal. Everything outside of the burgers, really not worth writing home about. But the fact that you can get like a proper, big-ass, nice, delicious burger for a cheap price, fast, at like a clean restaurant, with good customer service, it's just fast food done exactly right. Fast food done exactly right. That is what it is. Okay. We're on to our next location. I think we decided we were going to go up through Yellowstone. All right, guys. Fuck this game. Comcast? I'm never doing that event. Never doing that event. Sorry. All right, Yellowstone. Here we go. Let's set our marker to right there. So you get the burger from In-N-Out, your fries from McDonald's. McDonald's has the best fast food fries. And dessert from Dairy Queen? I don't know. I'm not like a huge dessert guy, but if my wife and I want dessert, we go get Dairy Queen. So I'd say In-N-Out for the meal, In-N-Out for the burger, McDonald's for the fries, Dairy Queen for the dessert. But I have no super strong opinion on Dairy Queen. The only thing I really have a strong opinion about is In-N-Out. Because my mouth is just watering like crazy wanting some In-N-Out right now. Yeah. Yes, with every fiber of my being, there you go. No, I'm not on Comcast anymore. Thank the Lords. I finally got fiber internet. And it's been amazing. I'll just stick to Culver's. Culver's is fine. I don't hate Culver's. But yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't actually go to In-N-Out, get a burger, go to McDonald's, get fries, go to Dairy Queen and get a dessert. If I'm going to In-N-Out, I'm just getting a burger. And it's gonna be the best. Gigabit? Yeah, 3 gigabit. 3 gigabit up and down fiber. It is an absolute delight. Oh, dude, is that a ski jump? Hey, they got like a little ski resort. Oh, cool. Was this like around when the Olympics were here? Dude, that's so cool. Yeah, 3 gig up and down. Yeah. Dude, yeah, this is sick. Little ski town. For those who don't know, I'm a big skier. I actually broke my ankle doing this. I right now have a bunch of, I'm not going to show you because it's kind of gross, but I right now have some hardware in my ankle because I broke my ankle doing ski jumping. This type of ski jumping, Olympic ski jumping. But yeah. Yeah, it's very rapid. We don't have In-N-Out around here. Yeah, Whataburger. Whataburger's fine. Five Guys and Smash Burger are like good burgers. The problem with those is that they're so expensive. Whataburger still is, I think, a little bit cheaper, but Five Guys is obscenely expensive. Like, to the point where it's literally a meme, how expensive Five Guys is. And to me, the burger is like 5% worse than an In-N-Out burger. I'd make the argument that they're about the same, but you're gonna pay literally 3 times as much. That's what makes In-N-Out so good. Is In-N-Out is so much cheaper. Did it make you stronger? No. It did not. It did not. That ski jump was such a fun place. You'd often meet other players jumping down. Dude, heck yeah. Yeah, there's a road. I see a road winding up to the top of it. Shit. All right, we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to hit the ski jump. Cuz like, of course we do. All right, back we go. We're not going to go all the way around, obviously. Five Guys is insane. Almost $18 per person to eat there. Yeah. That's a crime. That's insane. Like, when you're approaching $20 for one person to eat at, like, a fast food place, man, go somewhere else. And again, like, it's good food. Five Guys has, I like their burgers. But it's just not worth that much. Just not worth that much. Olaf says around you it's like 25 a person. Yeah, I fully believe that. Oh god, we're gonna have to do a lot of driving, I think, here to get down and around. That's okay. But yeah, I haven't been to a Five Guys in years, because like, for me, just what's the point? I may as well just make a burger at home, you know? Like, it's just not worth that much money to end up with like a fast food burger. For fast food, that's insane. Yeah, exactly. Here you can get into a fancy restaurant with locally farmed meat for that price. Yep. I mean, food costs in the US as a whole have like skyrocketed in recent years. Everything is just expensive. Like even like Taco Bell and McDonald's, you're approaching like $15 to $20 for a meal, depending what you want. Maybe not quite 20, but you know, 15. You're ballpark $15 for a meal, which again is just a crime, and that's what makes In-N-Out so good. Is you can get full off In-N-Out, and it tastes yummy for $10 or less, and it's like good ass food. And In-N-Out does like, I don't know, they've got some sort of fancy beef that they market that they only get from, you know, local US West Coast farms, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It just tastes good. Just tastes good. Last couple times I went to Five Guys, it was greasy enough to just slide out the other end, you know? Yeah. It is pretty messy. It's a pretty messy burger. Same with Five Guys. Five Guys, with In-N-Out. In-N-Out can be a pretty messy burger if you get like a double-double with everything on it. Yeah. People don't utilize the value menu from T-Bell enough. Yeah, fair. Yeah, if you want to get like, you know, bean burrito, couple of hard shell tacos, it's certainly much cheaper. Or just like a cheese quesadilla. Like, you can definitely feed yourself for less. Absolutely. At In-N-Out, at least where I'm at, they pay the workers significantly better than all other fast food places. Yeah, that's like a commonly known thing, that In-N-Out does actually treat their workers fairly well. Like, again, In-N-Out, no, it's not going to be the best food in the world. It's a very good fast food burger, and it's just, again, it's just fast food done the way it should be. Like, that's what makes it so good. Is it's priced right from a good company, seemingly. It's good food. It's fast. Their restaurants are very clean. Like, I've never been to a like dirty In-N-Out. I've certainly been to some dirty Taco Bells and McDonald's, but yeah, like that's exactly just what In-N-Out does so well. Is it's just they just do fast food right. And I always like a company that, you know, pays their employees how they should be paid. That's always a good thing. Yeah, sick. Love the little ski town vibe that we're getting here. I don't go to Taco Bell often, mostly because the aftermath. You know, funny enough, I know that's like a big meme. It's like, oh god, you're gonna get the shits after you eat Taco Bell or whatever. I must have a iron stomach or something, because I've never been bothered by that. And maybe it's just one of those things where it's kind of become a meme, so everyone talks about it. Maybe it's not actually that much of a common problem, but yeah, I always feel fine after eating Taco Bell. I feel worse usually after eating McDonald's than I do after Taco Bell. Taco Bell, I always feel like kind of bloated and gross. Or sorry, McDonald's, I always feel kind of bloated and gross. Taco Bell, I like feel good after I eat Taco Bell. As long as I eat the right amount. You know, I can definitely... There were days back in college. We had a Taco Bell pretty close to where I lived in college. And our go-to, like, drunk/hungover food was... you could get 12 tacos for $10. Or was it 10 tacos for $12? No, I think it was 12 tacos for $10. Yeah, it was. And you literally got, like, this little box of 12 tacos for $10, and we would eat 6 of them while we were drunk, and then we'd put them in the fridge, and then when we were hungover in the morning, we would eat the other 6. And it was the best. And now you can't do that anymore. You can't do that because their tacos are like $1.60 a piece. So it's more like, you know, 12 tacos for $20. I don't know if they still do that deal. I never see it on their menu, but... Ah! Sorry! Is that ambulance for me? Because I might need it. Have you ever tried kebab? Is that a location or is that a type of food? Are you saying like a kebab? What Europeans, my understanding is that what most Europeans call a kebab is what most Americans call like a gyro. Yeah, like a doner kebab. Yeah, that we call those in America like a gyro. That to us is like a Greek, yeah, or Turkish, sure, thing. Yeah, we just call them gyros. All right, dudes, here it is. Jump time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you got an achievement for it too. Woo, smooth landing. Yo, heck yeah. That's so fun. I love that they have that in the game. And that there's like actual in-game achievements tied to it. I love that. I love video game stuff like that. Oh, man. All right. Well, now that we've thoroughly destroyed our car, off to Yellowstone we go. There we go. Yeah, leaving Rockport be like... Right, Euro's quite similar. Oh, what would be the difference between a doner kebab and a Euro? What is a kebab always lamb? Although I guess at least in the US, a Euro is not always lamb. Like a traditional one would be. Like a standard Euro is always lamb. Is a kebab always like a doner kebab always one type of meat? Is it always beef, always lamb, always pork, chicken, whatever? Oh, that's what they market it as here, though. It's branded as like cucumber, tzatziki, chicken, and that stuff. Sure, yeah. Yeah. John says Euro is different. But yeah, I think... Yeah, John says Euro is pita bread, pork, onion, tomatoes, fries, and tzatziki sauce. With fries? Now, I've seen Euros with fries. And I've had them before. I don't like them with fries. My favorite Euro place does not do fries with their Euros. I get a spicy Euro, and it's got peppers, onions, like a spicy take on tzatziki sauce, and lamb. On pita bread. That, oh my god, I like need to get one right now. I'm so hungry for one. Kebab is long, thin slices, and doner is small pieces, like French fry shaped. Wait, but isn't the food a doner kebab? Like, that's what I've heard. Or is it like a doner kebab specifically the small pieces and a normal kebab the long strips? Because for me, when I think of a Euro, I think of the long strips. I've seen, again, you know, it's America, so we're gonna like bastardize and Americanize everything, but so I've seen Euros that are more like kind of thicker chunks of meat. But again, yeah, traditional Euro is like you are taking strips off of like a big hunk of lamb. Yeah, waffle fries versus crinkle fries kind of thing, right. Technically, Euros is the meat itself, and that too is cooked in a cylinder, vertical spit thing. Yeah. Yeah, that would be the same here. That would be the same here. I once had a kebab with fries in it by accident. It was a bit too much thrown in, but it was good nonetheless. Yeah, to me it just adds too much starch. Like, you're already getting the bread. The bread is already the vehicle for the yummy ingredients, and pita bread is delicious. To me, adding French fries to it, like, it doesn't add anything. It just, like, dilutes the rest of the ingredients. So, I don't know. Also, I think it was Yo-Yo asking, yeah, man, this game's awesome. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely a little bit of, like, nostalgia, rose-tinted glasses for the game, because it is sort of a... You know, it's an important game right now, and it's kind of the hot thing. But dude, this game's amazing. Like, we have been driving for about an hour. We've gone about 60 miles. And we've gone from Seattle to Salt Lake, and right now we're driving from Salt Lake to Yellowstone. It has taken us about an hour to get from here to here. From here to here. And we're going all the way down to the Florida Keys. We're going all the way down here. And the game has just been a treat. And we've been making a couple smaller stops to do stuff. We went and did this ski jump. But yeah, man, the game's great. Game's great. I'm having a really, really fun time with the big old road trip. Yeah, the game does not pause when you alt-tab. Doner kebab, imagine a Venus flytrap shaped bread with meat, salad, sauce, tomatoes, and onions. Yeah, that just sounds like a Euro. We would describe that as a Euro here. To us, a kebab is like a meat skewer. Yeah, pita pouch, right. Yeah, to us, a kebab is like is where you like stick cubes of like meat, onion, peppers, mushrooms, veggies, whatever, onto like a stick, and then you grill that whole stick. If you say, yes, shish kebab, yeah, exactly. But a lot of people in the US will just shorten it to like kebabs, because we don't have, at least in my experience in life, we don't have another form of kebab. Like, we don't call anything else kebabs. Shish kebabs are just kebabs. And then the thing you're thinking of, we just call it gyro. So yeah, we like have the same things, more or less. We just call them different things. But yeah. So the meat skewer is also a kebab. The kebab is more a style of meat where the doner specifies which sort. Sure. Yeah, we do not... You can't order a doner kebab anywhere in the US, as far as I know. But you can get something that's basically the same thing. Go to a Greek place and get a gyro, and you're pretty much gonna get a kebab. You know. Yeah. You can just say kebab and rely on context. Yeah, for sure. Man, it's gorgeous. The sun's shining. It's like high noon. Not a lot of cloud cover. Leaving Salt Lake, out of the Rockies. Ah, love it. Love it. But yeah, I'm a big, there's a, oh, buffalo! Dude, we haven't seen buffalo before. Or bison, I don't know which. Some people say they're the same, some people don't. I think they're technically supposed to be different. But hey, how cool is that? Some beefalos. And one of them has learned the ability to teleport. I love it. I love it. Might be going to Germany next month. Oh, heck yeah. If you're making your own kebabs, it's probably skewers. If you're going for a kebab, probably doner. Yeah, I could see that. Because you're obviously not going to go to a restaurant or like any sort of food place to get a shish kebab. Like, I'm sure there are some restaurants where you can do that, but that's a pretty rare thing. Yeah. But again, here in the US, all kebabs are basically shish kebabs. He got his wings and flew away. There you go, yeah. Sure, sure. Honestly, the exact kind of meat used and what sides go into it kind of varies place to place. What I personally find is the main difference between gyros and doner kebab is flavor profile. Greek version tending to be smoother, Turkish spicier. Sure, I can totally see that. I mean, yeah, for us, like at this place that I get gyros, you can get oh, I think, by the way, guys, I think we need to set our next marker. Yeah, we're here. We made it. Okay, off to the Badlands. Off to the Badlands. We're gonna go right, I think, there. No, but I want to go up north through. Okay, we'll see. Let's try setting it up here. That works. That works. Yes. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, for us, like a traditional, my understanding of like traditional gyro is like lamb meat with tzatziki. And then like, yeah, some veggies. Maybe tomato, maybe cucumber, maybe onion. But you can still get a gyro with other meat. You can get a gyro that has like beef or chicken or does have french fries. Like I said, I've had one with french fries before. The gyro I get has peppers and like spicy sauce in it. So yeah, for us it's a little more of a blanket term. But like a standard gyro is always going to be lamb meat. Ah, buffalo! Oh my god, there's so many of them! And there's just, oh my, whoa. Dude. There's literally a chick building a snowman. The details. The details. I love that. Now, she's being extremely dangerous because there is an entire herd of buffalo like 20 yards away from her. She needs to go inside. They're knocking the cars around. They literally just despawned a car. But dude, what a cool detail. I can't get enough of that. There's a little snowmobile over there. Bunch of beefalos. This is so legit. God, how cool is that? I think there was a deer that just despawned up there. This game's so cool. Dude, I know, Olaf, for real. Oh, come on, let's debate the hot dog is a sandwich thing. This is literally a cock trip. In my opinion, a hot dog is not a sandwich. That is my take. I don't have a strong opinion on that. If you want to call it a sandwich, if you want to say, oh, technically it is a sandwich, then like, sure. But I think when it comes to those things, you have to think about the spirit of a food. And a hot dog is by spirit, not a sandwich. Like a sandwich has to use like layered ingredients. I think that would be my definition of sandwich. Is it has to use... Wow, that's tricky because there are exceptions to that actually. Also, my God, this is gorgeous. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, another photo, real quick. Just gotta get one. A little bit of rain falling, the distant mountains. Love it. Okay. Because I'm thinking like, okay, obviously a traditional sandwich is like layered meats, like a sliced ham, sliced turkey, sliced beef, whatever. And then you've got like sliced cheese, sliced veggies, you know, sliced tomato, cucumber, whatever. But you can also have like, well, like, is a sloppy Joe a sandwich? I know they're different. When I say sloppy Joe, what I'm talking about is burger meat inside a hamburger bun. I know different people call that different things. But for here, it's a, like, I think that's almost a better question. Like, is a sloppy Joe a sandwich? Yeah, because I think I would consider it to be a sandwich. Like, if you take, like, oh my God, look at how big, what city is that? Wait, where are we headed? Black Hills? Is that St. Louis? Oh my God, that's enormous. Tuna salad, no crust. Yeah, right, like a tuna sandwich, that's not a sliced ingredient sandwich. Granted, you'll usually put like sliced cucumber or something on that. But yeah, I think layers are a good indicator. I think the bun, the two pieces of bread being separate is a good indicator. Dude, this is so cool. Kind of in the Black Hills a little bit. Okay, we need to set our marker now. Oh shoot, we actually went too far. Okay, now we need to go through the Badlands. All right, guys, now we're up to Pikes Peak. I think we can just set our GPS to Pikes Peak. Ah, shoot, it does not take us through the Badlands. All right, well, hold on. There we go. Okay, through the Badlands, then to Pikes Peak. A hot dog is dangerously close to being a wrap. Ooh, now that's almost a better argument. I would, yeah. Yes, this is pre-pavement Pikes Peak. I believe that's correct. Yeah. Here's something that bridges the two topics. Half of Greece calls the complete wrap with gyro a gyro. The other half calls the wrap a souvlaki. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but I disagree with the souvlaki because souvlaki means small skewer, and it's the name of the little pieces of meat on a wood stick. Interesting. Yeah, that's funny that even within Greece, you guys can't agree. Also, hey, what the hell? Is there a tunnel I'm supposed to be going under here? Because there's definitely not a road here, champ. Huh. Hold on. No, it's just telling me to go off-road. Yeah, it's just like, hey, bud, just do it. Okay, fair enough, will do. Love this gen of Z4. Yeah, we're kind of stoked on this, actually. This has been a fun road trip car. All of you are so occupied with whether a hot dog is a sandwich, you're overlooking the real question. Is cereal soup? See, again, that's another thing of, like, the spirit. Is cereal... I think... Okay, here's the question. Here's maybe the defining... Is all soup savory? No, because you can have, like, gazpacho's cold. What's that Russian cold soup? Yeah, there are certain, like, 100% soups that are served cold. There we go. We're back on it. But can you say are all soups savory? Can you say are all soups savory? Because all cereal, I would argue, is not really savory. It's not, I'd say it borders on sweet. Yeah, real car damage as well. Yeah, our car is thrashed. Can I put Ritz crackers in soup cereal to improve it? No, then it's not soup. Good. I think that fits my argument of all soup is savory, all cereal is sweet. Like, what would a sweet... I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a sweet soup. There have been soups that have sweet elements to them, but are primarily savory. So I think that would be my defining factor. Isn't soup supposed to be extracted from an ingredient? Throwing stuff in milk doesn't make it soup. Yeah, I guess is a soup defined by the fact that it must have a broth or stock? And milk cannot, well, milk, I mean, it's derived from an animal, I guess. But it's not, like, boiled. Well, I guess, technically, cultured milk, or pasteurized milk, is, I think, boiled, or it's at least heated. Yeah, I'd say stew is a soup, for sure. Stew to me is like a variant of soup. Stew is like a type of soup in my headcanon. All right, guys, here we go. Let's set the mark for Pikes Peak and set a new land speed record. Oh. I bet you guys didn't know about this route up the mountain. It's just like trying to find the closest paved road and being like, yeah, buddy, just do it. Just go. All right. Well, I don't need the GPS, I think. I can just, here, we'll GPS to like right there. There we go. Yeah, that's the time attack meta. Stew is soup with larger portioned ingredients. Yeah. I would generally agree with that. Making me stay up late again? Good, Matt. That's what it's all about. Also, just again, shout out. Gorgeous location we're in. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is the route that Evo took when it tumbled down, yeah. Hey, he survived. So, you know. Most cereal is grains. Is that not a vegetable? Oh, boy. Now we're getting into what is a vegetable, because vegetables technically don't exist. Oh, no. If your soup requires considerable chewing, it's stew. I don't know. Have you ever had frosted wheats? I think is what they're called. Those require pretty considerable chewing. Oatmeal is under the blanket of cereal. They're definitely similar. I don't think I'd call oatmeal a cereal. I would say they're in a similar family. You know, they're like cousins. But I would not consider oatmeal a cereal. Like if someone had oatmeal and they were like, oh yeah, I made myself some cereal, I would say, no, that's not cereal. This stream will end up in a civil war? Yes. Yeah, see, Olaf says it's a hot cereal. I don't agree with that. I would not consider, again, I consider them similar. They're certainly similar. But I do not in any way consider it a cereal. Because here's the thing, you can have oatmeal without milk. You can have oatmeal with water. I don't know. Not saying that completely disqualifies it, but like, ain't nobody eating cereal with water. Unless you're a psychopath. Olaf says you take that back. I'm not saying it makes it better, but I'm saying it's very common to have oatmeal with water. I'm not saying milk's not better. It is. But yeah, oatmeal's, I don't think I can call it cereal. It all changed when the Soup Nation attacked, right? What a lovely drive this is, by the way. I was a little worried it was going to be too bumpy, too off-roady for our car, but this is a delight. Oh, look at the city off in the distance. Oh my God. How cool is this? Damn it, now I want oatmeal. I know, this whole stream is making me so hungry. I've wanted In-N-Out, and then I wanted gyros. Now I could go for some oatmeal. Or cereal. One or the other. Because they're two different things. But, yeah. I'm hungry. I might have to go get gyros, actually, for dinner. I might have to. Cream of wheat. Yeah, cream of wheat, I put cream of wheat, like, in the oatmeal category. I'd say, sure, they're technically different things, but, like, are they really? Are they really? Cream of wheat goes in the oatmeal family. Does Pikes Peak actually have an observatory? Yeah, I believe so. I believe there is an observatory. I know there is stuff at the top of Pikes Peak. I know there's like buildings. I think actually pretty recently they just put like a restaurant or something up there. Some sort of like little chalet or whatever. But yeah, I do believe there is a Pikes Peak observatory. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. Sounds right. A meet and eat. Yeah, well, not a BRM. But M&E. Nice old M&E. There we go. By the way, this is basically the peak. Oh my God. Ah! Okay, 6 shot. Dude, look at that. Now again, it would be amazing if we had some better level of detail, but it's kind of crazy that you can see. I don't even know what town that is. What is that? Oh, that's St. Louis. Wait, what's the other town we could see then? Or city, rather. Was it Chicago? Oh, it was Chicago that we could see. Yeah, I think when we come around the peak, we're going to see Chicago. That was the other big city. Crazy. Oh, dude, Shaolin, always. Always. Well, maybe not, because it should be up this way. I don't know. Maybe it was St. Louis. Maybe we're seeing St. Louis. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. My perspective is off a little bit. Okay, that said, let's head back down the mountain. And drive to St. Louis. I think we said, did we say we were going to go to St. Louis? I don't remember what our itinerary was after Pikes Peak. We're also getting close to hitting the 100-mile mark. Yeah, it all started with the In-N-Out in Salt Lake. You're right. You're right. Try to do a little bit of a Little time attack run here. Woo! Airtime! Yeah, man, I'm enjoying the handling in this game. I think I can feel pretty comfortable saying that. I don't know how it is in the faster cars. Usually, well, not usually. Sometimes handling falls apart when you get to the really fast cars. But, for these, dude, these are fun as. Yeah, that's gotta be Chicago over there, by the way. I think that's gotta be Chicago. I think I see a few Chicago buildings. I'm not super well versed in that skyline, but I think that's it. In Salt Lake. Matt, you better hurry back, because we have more food things to discuss. Like, is pineapple good on pizza? No. Please don't. Please don't start that one. Elevo's, yeah, up. Ban anyone who says yes, please. Ban anyone who says yes. Aleppo's out of here. You know your crimes. Ooh, a little doggy? Little fox or a wolf, perhaps? I think it despawned. Having some soup right now. It's made of coffee, hot milk, and sugar. Sure. I'll allow it. I'll allow it if it's good for your health. Which is worse, though, pineapple or anchovies? Ooh. Interestingly enough, that's a weird one for me. Because I would rather eat pineapple pizza. If I am presented with 2 slices of pizza, one has pineapple on it, one has anchovies on it, I would rather eat the pineapple pizza. But I think anchovies are a more fitting topping for pizza. So in spirit, I would rather go with anchovies. But I would rather eat pineapples. All right, here we are. Base of Pikes Peak. Yeah, I think, yeah, what were the big... Oh yeah, we said we were gonna go down to Dallas. So yeah, we're gonna hit up St. Louis. All right, we'll do a quick tour through St. Louis. We won't spend too much time here, and then we'll go down to Dallas. Sick. Okay, here we go. I'm not a seafood pizza guy at all. A pineapple I consider meh, so I guess pineapple it is. Yeah, I love seafood in general. I mean, I guess I'm not often presented with the opportunity to have seafood on pizza. I don't think I've ever had a pizza with, like, fish on it. Maybe shrimp. Like, I think shrimp could be good on a pizza. I would eat a pizza with shrimp on it. Or crab. Or crab or lobster. Like, I'd eat a crab pizza. That sounds pretty dang good, actually. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of anchovies. Shaolin, that's pretty smart, to be honest. I really should have an attorney present during my streams. Just someone to tap me on the shoulder, be like, hey, nope, go say it. Oh, calamari. Oh, I don't know if I've ever... I love calamari. It's like one of my absolute favorite things. If there is a calamari appetizer on a menu, you bet your ass I'm getting it. That said, I don't know if I've ever... I can say confidently I've never had a calamari pizza. I don't know if I've ever been somewhere that has calamari pizza. It, like, kind of seems like maybe a thing I've heard of or seen before, but certainly not common. Certainly not common, but I would be all about it. I love calamari. I think that would go well on pizza. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been, like, presented with the choice. I had one with anchovies or something in Italy, and one with mozzarella that made my mouth numb. That's not good. I don't know if cheese should be numb in your mouth. Huh. Okay. On a serious answer, it very much depends on where I am. Like a margarita pizza in Margaritaville seems like a thing I should do. I've had brick fire oven lobster pizza and stuff from Bricks before, which was prissy but delicious. Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some mentality of, yeah, like where you're at, kind of a when in Rome sort of situation. Yeah, I've never had lobster on pizza, but that sounds pretty dang good. Lobster, crab, calamari, I'd be all about it. Oh, drive-in theater! Oh, cool! Oh, that's fun. Where is that? North of St. Louis? Yeah, that's like the appropriate place for a drive-in theater. Awesome. Yeah, I am typically a margarita pizza kind of guy. Give me some big old slices of mozzarella, and I'm a happy camper. Some places do like a really lazy, crappy margarita pizza, but eh. There's also, it doesn't have like a universal name, but I've been to a few places that have it, where they do arugula and like a balsamic. Ooh, that's so good. There's a pizza place I go to that makes amazing pizza. It's like arguably some of the best pizza you can get. At least some of the best pizza like I've ever had. And they do a pizza with, it's kind of like a margarita pizza, but then they also put arugula and balsamic on it, and ugh. There goes my mouth watering again. So good. So unbelievably good. Hey, gas stations. Hey, Forza. Hey. Hey, Forza. You ever heard of these? They're called gas stations. Cars use them. Maybe put them in your game every once in a while. Just a couple. Not a lot, but you know, maybe throw in one or two in your next game. Just saying. All right, there's that PSA done for Playground Games. One place nearby does pizza as follows: pan-fried king prawns, roasted, I don't even know what, courgette? I don't even know what that is. Garlic oil and fresh chili. Sounds kind of good. I don't know what courgette or courgette is, but it sounds kind of good. Joke's on you, only EVs. Oh, God. Thing with pizza is that you can even omit the staple toppings of tomato sauce and cheese. You're going to be basically left with a giant pita bread sort of thing. You can put anything on bread. That's facts. That's facts. All right, St. Louis, here we are. Let's stop at the Arch. I know I saw it. We gotta at least just stop at the Arch. If we're going to St. Louis, right? Oh, it's a zucchini. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard them called. Is it soft G or hard G? Courgette? Courgette? Or courgette? I feel like it's a soft G. Yeah, no, that's all good. Hey, there it is. Read like French. Okay, so yeah, soft. Like a courgette. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we would just call it, yeah, zucchinis. I love zucchini. Love me some zucchini. There's a lot of things I enjoy eating with zucchini. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty good pizza. There it is, folks. Now, unfortunately, outside of, well, I guess we can look at it in camera mode. Here we go. Let's take a little pause. Let's camera mode it. Let's see, can we like get a, it's gonna be, I don't think we can get a view low enough to look. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool shot. Okay, hold on. There we go. Clean up the vehicle. Let's do driver out of the vehicle. Take that shot. That's kind of a neat, like, stylized shot. I can dig that. Here, let's maybe get a little bit more of an angle on it. Nah, I think that's better off, like, dead on. How do I tilt? Tilt. There. Yeah, it's kind of a fun shot. I dig that. I know, I almost want to, like, Photoshop out the lamppost that's just perfectly in the middle. Perfectly ruining the shot. I'm gonna actually like get a little bit closer to the car. I can't get that close without kind of taking that out. That's good enough. It's good enough. We got the shot. All right. All right. Dudes, we are now on probably our like longest haul of the road trip yet. Down to Dallas. Down to Dallas. It has been, I think, a ballpark an hour and a half. We've made it from Seattle to St. Louis. Now we've got a big haul down south to Dallas, then New Orleans, then over to Miami, and then down to the Keys. And then, again, look at how much of the map is left. Like, the fact that all of this... Oh, wait a minute. Also, what mountain is this? Someone was asking earlier if Mount Hood was in the game. This kind of almost seems like it could be Mount Hood. It's a little too far, I think, east. Because technically it should be, like, more or less right here, I believe. But it's a very, like, lone peak. And I guess if, like, yeah, they're kind of, like, mucking up the Rockies a little bit. But yeah, I think if anything's Mount Hood, it's that. I don't know if anybody else has, like, a thought of what that peak is. I think that's Mount Hood. Because that's kind of the most, like, iconic lone peak in that area that I can think of. But anyway, back to my original point. Yeah, we still haven't been to, like, any of this up here. Or any of this stuff in the middle. I can't get over how big this game is. I cannot get over it. I'll take it. All right, John, good. Also, look at all the people. That mod is working wonders. The city feels very, very alive. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. I know I said it at the start of the stream, but I hope so much that this really gains, I'd say gains traction. It already has. Keeps its traction going. Because what a special game this is. Bow down the jaywalkers, I know, right? Is it telling me to go off-road again, or was there a road right there? Oh, there is a road right here. There we go. Map is redonkulous. It honestly is. Like, it's crazy how much handcrafted stuff there is to a map that's this big. Like, God, just imagine if a Horizon game was this big. I really don't think we're ever gonna get it. Like, I think the era of big open world maps is gone. Because it's a lot of resources. It means you have to sacrifice visuals a little bit. It takes a long time. It spreads the player base out. You know, there's a lot of, like, stupid business reasons not to do it. But oh my God, is it special. It's such a treat. I hope that Horizon, like, just explodes the map for the next game. But I really don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, there you go. As the name implies, Forza ends at the horizon. True. What if Horizon 6 is called, like, Horizon 6? Or it's called, like, Forza No Horizon. And it's like, we made the whole world. We contracted Asobo to make the Earth. Forza Horizonless. I don't know. It'd be neat. It'd be neat. Not happening, but would be neat. Yeah, it would be cool if they could use some of that tech. I just don't think, kind of like John was saying earlier, I don't think it really works for drivable roads. It's still a convoy of 12. Aww. I really am gonna be upset if we're still stuck at a convoy size of 12. I would like to hope, because Motorsport is running with 24. I would like to hope that they carry that over to Horizon finally. I'm not confident about it, but I'm certainly hopeful. The reason I'm not confident is, like, they had enough issues with 12. You know? Like, the online portion of Horizon 5 was just bad. And still is to this day. And that's with a limit of 12. So obviously 24 is just, it's not making things easier. It's not making things less complicated. I'd like to hope that, like, maybe the big reason it was such a headache was because of some, like, they had to, you know, inject some legacy code to make it work with Xbox Ones, and it was bad, and then now that they can ditch that, they don't need to worry about it. I would like to hope that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just Xbox things. But yeah. Yeah, right, Solar Crown is a group limit of 4. Which is so sad. So sad. Also, yes, we're getting a little bit of stuttering here. Looks like that's cleaned up. Yeah, back then we imagined such maps with 16+ player groups. Right. I've talked about this a lot in the past, that, like, I used to dream of, to me, when I was, like, playing games like this for the first time, or playing Underground, or, you know, whatever, as a kid, I didn't dream about my games looking better. I dreamed about them being bigger with more players. That's always what I dreamed about, was, oh man, imagine maps getting even bigger. Oh man, imagine being able to play with like 100 people at once. That's always what I dreamed about. And instead, we went backwards. And maps have been getting smaller lately, in favor of, you know, visual fidelity and graphics and blah, blah, blah. And we haven't seen any sort of innovation in the multiplayer space as far as being able to play with more players. Outside of games like Motor Town. Where Motor Town, you know, has a limit of 100. Or like GTA, you know, 5M custom servers. Like... It bums me out so much. Like, I wish, and to a certain degree, it's a player problem. Because, unfortunately, as much as we don't want to admit it, graphics sell games. Visuals sell games. Now, I do believe, truly, that if you innovate for multiplayer, I believe if the next Forza game said, hey, our visuals are good enough, we're just going to make the map way bigger, and we're going to have a lot more players. I would like to think and hope that that would still be very marketable, and that people would still be like, hell yeah, good on you. But unfortunately, I know the internet. And that's not going to happen. If Horizon 6 comes out, or like gets unveiled, and they're like, yeah, we're keeping the visuals pretty much the same so that we can focus instead on features and gameplay, people are just gonna be like, that's so stupid. Why wouldn't you make your game look better? Wow, lazy devs. Like, I just know that's gonna be what happens. I don't agree with it. But unfortunately, that is kind of the world we live in, where everything's a hot take. Woo! That electrical station's a little close to the shoulder of the road there, bud. It's not up to code. Also, here we go. We've crossed, by the way, we've crossed the 100-mile mark as we come in to Dallas with the skyline in view. Looking lovely. Big jet again going overhead. Oh my god, they reused models from Horizon 5. Yeah, like... This same tree was in Horizon 5. Cancel the game. You saw what happened with Solar Crown. I thought it looked decent enough, often even great, yet people complained a lot. Well, and that's... I think Solar Crown is a good example of bad criticism getting in the way of good criticism. There are very valid things to complain about with Solar Crown. But the internet always takes a stance of everything is either 100% bad or 100% good. There are a lot of really good things to like about Solar Crown. There genuinely are, but the internet doesn't like that. The internet doesn't like nuanced opinion. You either have to hate something and think everything about it's terrible, or a thing is perfect and cannot be criticized. And there just is not room for a middle ground there. Also, I don't have any specific thing I want to see in Dallas. So I think we'll just kind of loop around and we'll head over to New Orleans. Over to the French Quarter. There we go. And I think stuff like that is so damaging for games like Solar Crown, where like ultimately, yes, it falls short in some pretty significant areas, and there are certainly quite a few things I'm upset about, but there are also good things to the game. There are things I like about the game. What is that car? Oh, dude, sick. Just random traffic. Okay. And I think it's so damaging because it makes the good criticism get lost in the weeds, and it means that a lot of the good criticism gets invalidated because it gets lumped in with the bad criticism. And I hate that. I hate that. And honestly, I really don't mean to like steer towards politics, but just briefly broad strokes without bringing up anything specific. We see it a lot, at least in American politics, where, you know, people are painting things in different lights. They're twisting stories. They're making things sound worse than they are by, you know, omitting important information or taking things out of context. When it's like, yeah, the things are still bad, but at least portray them honestly. Like, there's enough bad things about this. You don't need to make up more stuff. And then, because the problem is it invalidates all the real bad stuff. Because as soon as someone goes, oh, this bad thing about this person was actually fake, then all the other bad things they've heard about that person are going to be fake. Because if that one thing was fake, then probably all the things are fake. And I hate that. Like, I hate that, I don't know, we just can't have, like, legitimate, honest discussion. Everything has to be so polarizing. And that goes for everything. Politics aside. Whee! I saw that there was a cop up there. Ooh, cool new cop livery, by the way. No, I'm doing everything fine. Yeah, social media bad. Oh, hey, a photo Obama poster, right? Yeah, cool. We haven't seen this police livery. Deep South Trooper is what it says. That's kind of fun. Yeah, by the way, this is an environment we have not been to at all. We're like kind of entering the marshlands a little bit. The foliage is changing. The whole color palette is very different. The landscape is completely different. Like, I love this, man. Absolutely love this. Like, I feel like we're in the South. Crazy concept. Loving this car, by the way. This has been such a good road trip car. Such a good road trip car. Ooh, look at that! Oh, what a view! Quick stop. God, that's cool. Is that a boat? Yeah, that's a boat. Damn right, that's a boat. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is sick. Loving it. Shaolin, you've driven on this bridge. Oh, dude. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, everybody take a shot. That'll be the drinking game for the VOD. When the VOD of this road trip gets uploaded, we'll play a drinking game for every time I say, "What of you?" And you'll be dead by the end of it. Oh, I think I hear my child. Hello. We might have to split this road trip into 2 VODs. Because we haven't even made it to New Orleans yet. And the plan was to go to New Orleans, to Cape Canaveral, through Miami, down to the Keys. I don't know if we're going to make it. Yeah, I'm not even in Florida yet. And I don't want to make my wife mad because she's cooking dinner and she's being very kind for doing that. And I want to respect that. Do we pit stop in New Orleans? And then on Wednesday, finish out the trip? Because I don't think we're going to make it. How many more miles do we have? Like, even if we rushed it, that's still probably another, like, 20, 30 minutes. Set waypoint. Oh. Hello? Set waypoint. Okay, how far does it say that is? 23 miles. Yeah, so even if we rushed it, that's like ballpark, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending how fast we're going. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to call it, and we're going to finish up on Wednesday, because I think Wednesday is the day before everything happens. Wednesday is before, I think Wednesday is the 24th. That's before TXR comes out, and that's before the Tokyo Game Show. So we'll have one more day of the crew. We'll wrap it up. We'll finish the road trip. We'll maybe like check out a couple other hotspots. We'll do like a little, you know, a tour of like other areas we missed. We'll do that Wednesday. And then from there on out, it's TXR time, baby. I'm going to stop right here, actually. I was going to drive into New Orleans, but we'll save it. Turn it up a little bit. All right, dudes. Let's do a little night drive over to New Orleans. Off we go. I think this is the right way, right? Yeah. I turned myself around quite a few times. Little night drive. Looks, I can't tell if the sun is about to come up. Maybe that's just the moon. Oh, really, IDK? Yeah. There's some goofy stuff with this game. I really hope that a decent chunk of it can get patched. And there we have it. Wow, we really were just outside the city. Should we stay on the highway a little bit? Kind of get another good overview. This looks like it maybe pulls us into downtown. I see a big sports stadium. I'm sure that is a replica. I'm assuming that's a sports stadium. Like, what else would it be? I don't know sports, so I don't know. Someone who knows sports, tell me if that's a famous sports stadium. I'm guessing it is, though. Oh, dude! All right, already we're taking photos. Look at this! What city is that? Is that Dallas? That's got to be Dallas, right? That's got to be Dallas, dude. That's so sick. Now, like, obviously that's not realistic. Obviously you can't actually see the Dallas skyline from New Orleans. But in game, like, how badass is that? That we're here in this major metro area in New Orleans, and way off in the distance, there's another city. And the fact that that's just like from there to there. I love that. That's so sick. Yeah, that's definitely Dallas. Yeah. Aren't you looking south? No, the car is pointed south, but I was looking west. Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% that was Dallas. Beautiful area, by the way. This is very cool. I always like, this is a weird thing, but I've commented this to my wife. I always like seeing industry. Like, big industry. And I live in a place where you just don't really, like, see that a lot. You don't see, like, big shipyards or big factories and mills. Like, at least, you know, kind of like where I live. And when I say where I live, I mean, like, the local area where I live. Like, within 20 minutes. But a lot of times when I travel, like, one of my favorite things that I like to look at is, especially if it's a coastal area, just looking at like the big shipyards and big cranes and big, like, you know, like depots full of metal and like whatever else. Like, I don't know. It's kind of just cool to me. It's kind of just cool. No, IDK, don't worry about that. Like this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff. It's always like one of my favorite things to look at while I'm on vacation is just this. I love it. Like one of my, so my dad has a boat, and we did this river trip at one point. We just like we followed a river just like kind of northeast, and it's a big wide river, with a lot of like factories and shipyards and stuff on it. And it was like one of my favorite boat trips I've ever done. Cause it's just, what's like the opposite? There's a phobia for like being afraid of large structures. I think it's like megalophobia or something. No, I don't know. But there's a phobia for that. And whatever the opposite of that is, I love smog, baby. No, not megalovania. Big phobia. Yes. I have anti-big phobia. All right, let's head back down into the city a little bit. Let's check out downtown New Orleans. But yeah, I love like big industrial buildings. No, thalassophobia is underwater. Yeah, I think it's mechanophobia. That might be it. I know for a fact thalassophobia is like big scary things underwater. Also, look at this mess of an interchange. What is this? New Orleans, what are you guys up to over there? I don't know how to get like downtown. I think we'll take this exit. Right here. It is megalophobia. Is that what it is? Okay. Art, that's what? Okay, all right. I think that's what I said. I think that was a good guess. But yeah, like, I have the opposite of megalophobia. I love, like, big industrial buildings. I just think it looks cool. And I don't really get to see those around where I live. Oh, dude, this is gorgeous. Look at this. What a kind of cool little street to be walking down with this big, it's not really like a weeping willow, but it's got like all the moss draping down off of it. Yeah, this is badass. The French Quarter. Little residential area over there. Ooh, I saw a little sign I want to check out. Sorry, taxi. The Miami Market? Hey, we're not in Miami. What are you doing? That doesn't count. Megalophilia, thank you. Doesn't that like imply sexuality though? Maybe I'm wrong. But doesn't that imply, isn't like philia like an obsessive love? Like if you have like autophilia, isn't that like you like are in love with your car? Connotation, not implication, sure. Sure. Little sunshine. That's kind of cool. I wonder if this is a real, I would assume kind of not, because it'd be weird for a shopping center to be a landmark. But it's also like a very unique thing. I haven't seen this anywhere else. It's like a unique building, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a unique thing they made for the area. Oh, dude, yeah, look how nice this looks. You got like I don't know if that's a bay, but the bay. You got the water. Very like a little swampy, a little tropical kind of vibe. Yeah, what a cool town this is. All the houses like are like appropriate houses for this kind of part of the country. I'm not good at like what style that is. It's like Southern colonial, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Get that dirty thinking out of your mind. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have intimate relations with the Supra? Of course. Of course. I mean, why do you think I had to get a smaller exhaust? No, I know not all phobias are sexual in nature. I know that. But every time I've heard of someone having a philia, I feel like it's been sexual in nature. And I'm not saying that's like a definition. That means like by fact it is. I just feel like it. I just feel like it. Yeah, dude, I'm loving all the buildings here. They got a jazz club. That seems very appropriate for New Orleans. Yeah, like look at all this infrastructure. Phoenix Haven. Oh, Phoenix Heaven with Phoenix spelled wrong. Bars, cocktail, live event. Hold on, can I peep in? Wow, that's a very small bar. Wait, and they're all drinking milk? No way. Phoenix Heaven, the bar, cocktails, and live events. Yeah, baby, we got 2% on tap. Can I get a gallon for me and the lady? 2%, please. We're feeling a little bit, we're feeling a little spendy tonight. They just got various milks and then some Coke. They got some cola. Why is it 3 different things of milk? And why did they put the gallons of milk? Well, I guess that's not a gallon. But why didn't they put like the smaller glasses on the tables? I just love that there's a full-ass gallon of milk on the table. I wish I could order that at a restaurant. That's hilarious. I mean, like, they're even advertising their milk with flame all over it. Although it's a half, it's a half gallon. That's awesome. I wish I could read that menu. I want to know what their price for milk is. Yeah, it's very family friendly. I honestly do wonder. Wait, and like, okay. Here's another important question. Why didn't they put the Coke cans on the tables? Like, they made a very clear, we know for a fact that they have Coke models. They've got a Coke texture. And they chose to be like, no. Not Coke on the tables. Not that. Gallon of milk on the tables. I love that. That's so funny. Maybe that is like a fun little Easter egg. Just the devs kind of having a little bit of fun with it. Yeah, it could be the Clockwork Orange milk. You're right. You're right. It could be. Maybe that's a fun little Easter egg. Yeah. Yeah, Beto says might be an Easter egg. I think it totally could be. No, Magnus, we were talking about it earlier. We don't yet have an official time for the reveal yet. Now I just want to look at all these stores. This is just downtown shop. It looks like a little ice cream shop. This looks appropriate. But yeah, look at that. They got little ice cream menus, little pictures of ice cream. This is a little fast... It's not a bookstore. Maybe on the second story. Maybe you go upstairs. That's a bookstore. Oh yeah, baby. Hamburguesa. I love Hamburguesa. Huh. We're living in a cold world. Deal with it. Corey's Coffee. Comedy. Hey, kebabs. Why didn't we find this yesterday? There's a kebab conversation. Now, wait a minute. This is interesting. This is interesting. So maybe in the South, kebabs are more traditionally like what Europe thinks of as kebabs. Because we are in the South. Actually though, because this is a French dev team, right? Which Ubisoft made this? Because I know they have like different offices, but Ubisoft as a whole is French. So maybe there's like a, You know, maybe there's a little translation thing going on there. Huh. Yeah, that's totally supposed to be Dairy Queen, by the way. But it just says fast food. Also, isn't that like Arabic? That looks like Arabic or some like Middle Eastern language. It's hard to tell, and I'm not well versed in that. But that's totally not English. What else they got? Okay, so this is just the same thing copied over again. I like that the door handles are just AA. And again, this is a bookstore. Just keep that in mind. Yo! Wait. These aren't their hours. It's their discounts. And how do you know when you go in on a Tuesday, how do you know if you're getting 75 or 85% off? If you go in on a Wednesday, you could get 90% off. You have to roll a wheel. They got a little wheel you can spin in the store. Yeah, how do they make any money? Maybe, no. Everything is just normally priced really high. Well, no, that's not true. We see the prices. A combination kebab is $6. Oh, look, Donner! Dude, this is totally, this is not lore accurate for America. That's a Donner offer for $8.50. We ain't got those in the US. You can't order you try to order a Donner kebab in Louisiana, in New Orleans, they're gonna look at you like you're an idiot. But yeah, I mean, you can get that for $8.50. Dude, you can get that for like less than $1 on Wednesday. Is that a Pepsi? Wait, where's the Pepsi? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's totally a Pepsi. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Also, I'm 100% positive those are McDonald's chicken nuggets. I'm 100% positive that. Wait, chicken selects. Yeah, wait, this is just a McDonald's menu. Because I'm pretty sure all of these things are McDonald's items. 100%, yeah. Yeah, and those are McDonald's fries right there. This is just a McDonald's menu. With other stuff mixed in. That's Dairy Queen. 100% that's Dairy Queen. Those are all Dairy Queen items. And that's obviously like an old Dairy Queen logo. Dude, how funny. There's your milk. You can get your high quality EL milk. Yeah, I love that we're living in a cold world. Deal with it. This store has to be a money laundering scheme. Oh man, dude. What a crazy bookstore. All right, now I'm like really interesting. What's a Keat discount store? Yo, they got milk here. Wait. Okay, so obviously this is like supposed to be a little like cosmetics store, a little perfumery. They got some real top shelf milk though going on. Yeah, just unrefrigerated, just getting beat down by the sun. Also, I'm pretty sure those are all real makeup brands, like CW or whatever. Boo no something, I don't know. They're like those all look. That's Dove, I think. That's Dove on the right. Those kind of like maroon, purpley, red. I'm pretty sure that's Dove. Yeah. What do we got on this side? Nothing. Oh, food, pretzels. Wait, those are pretzels. We got more Coke on top. Oh, Olay. Yeah, Olay's usually like white. Their bottles are usually white, aren't they? I mean, I guess it depends what you're getting from them. Maybe that's the green one, because that's got like an O on it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Have you heard of the YouTube channel Boundary Break? He mods the camera to explore places in games. Dude, no. Oh, I love that. Hip hop. Yeah, all right, I'm writing that down because this is like one of my favorite things to do in games. Okay, Boundary Break. Sick. Okay, yeah, I have not heard of that. I will definitely look that up because I love doing stuff like that. Because what's so fun is You know a dev did it. Like, you know this is manually placed. But it wasn't really, like, placed for you to look at for more than 2 seconds as you fly by. So it's fun to just kind of break that up. Oh, see, this should be the bookstore. Yeah, they got a nice little... Can we make out any of the books? No chance. No chance. They do actually have a back door. That's like the only place where you can see... Oh, no. There is a back door there. This is fun. This is a bakery, clearly, that opens up. Wait, they have a door that goes there, but it doesn't actually go there. Okay, food market, Miami market. This one's legit. Yeah, look at that. We got some bananas. Maybe, those are like too dark to be tomatoes and like too well organized. Maybe onions, maybe red onions. Wait a minute. Now hold on. The actual food market doesn't have any milk. There's no milk. So you gotta go to the Miami market to get your produce, to get your, snacks, to get your pretzels. And then you gotta go next door to like the makeup store to get your milk. This is great. Oh, Crab Seafood Restaurant. That's totally legit. Oh, yeah. And again, top shelf milk. Milk on... You'd think they could make a plate or something. Yeah, Miami's not making any money on Wednesdays. Every place, it's just like 90% off. Yeah. 80%, Tuesday, 85%. Like, it's stuff like it. Honestly, this stuff is so curious to me because, like, this is just blatantly inaccurate. It's just like blanket, that's inaccurate. It's not like a lot of times you'll see, like, oh, okay, like the milk. The milk is a logical situation where you're like, okay, yeah, they used the milk somewhere else. They needed to fill the shelves, so they just put milk there. Like, I see the train of thought that led to that. But for that, that never makes sense. Like, there's no point. Yeah, what was the thought process that led to that? Like, did anyone, at any point, did a dev look at that and be like, oh, I should probably change that? Because, like, some artist had to draw that at some point. Some artist had to draw that. You would assume. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe they made the percent off. Yeah, I was trying to think, like, maybe if you could split the left and the right. But even then, it doesn't really make that much sense. There are two separate... Yeah. Well, yeah, because there's this. And there's the one that's right behind it. So, like, clearly they can cut it up, like, and use it in different things. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just crazy. Yeah, why'd they make two? I know. You got to be careful because it's slippery when wet going into the travel agency / bakery. Yeah, some dev like, oh, no one will notice. They never expected me. Okay, coffee house. Ooh, let's see what we got here at the coffee house. Yeah, see, again, it's just kind of like nonsensical. I wonder if that's what it is. Is it just kind of like nonsensical text that looks aesthetically pleasing? Because, like, at a glance, I would think that's a menu. I would think those are, like, items and prices. I don't know. Also, this is the Uptown Bar and Restaurant, Uptown Market Shopping Center, Asian Lunch Media Center, and South Club Bar. Like, I think it's that. I think it's just they had set blocks of text, and they're like, yeah, at a glance, that just looks like a menu. You know? Like, it's gotta be that. It's gotta be that. Oh, they got Gatorade here. Or Powerade, whatever you'd like. Now, again... Why didn't they use any of these items at the bar? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Oh, they got a little jukebox? Sick. I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know, we just have to maybe expect, maybe there's some level of random generation going on, but I mean, usually they build like tile sets. Like, usually the buildings are handcrafted. Ooh, seafood, prime steak, stone crab, hell yeah. More milk on the table? It's like, why milk? Anything but milk. I don't get it. Yeah, we're in New Orleans, yeah. Dreadmetis says it's a computer seed. But see, that's usually not how it works. Usually, what they do is they will handcraft these buildings, and then the random generation comes from, like, randomizing the tile set, like randomizing the set of buildings. They usually don't, they're not just like having a computer generate the entire building. Like, at some point, at a base level, there is hand work. Some artist still has to make textures. Or at least, you know, well, yeah. Because I was going to say at least you're buying them, but you're buying them from someone else who made them. So unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, Dreadmetis, I based on my understanding of development, it's not just like a randomly generated seed with random text. Like, artists put this together at one point. Oh, wait! Oh my god, hold on! Guys! They even have ours! They have... There's an actual texture for ours. I don't know how we missed that. So now they have both. They have both. Yes, Dreadmetis, I agree. But I'm still saying, at a certain point, there is still manual work being done. Like, these, I don't believe that these are 100% computer generated. Like, back in 2014, especially, like, some person made this on purpose. A computer didn't make that. A computer didn't make that. And I also believe that a computer didn't make this whole building. I believe an artist, using assets from a set of assets, did this, drew this by hand. Like, I believe an artist manually put that there. No good seed is random. No, but I think we're kind of talking past each other a little bit. I'm saying, like, this is very obviously not done by a computer to me. A person made this. A person made this. That's my take. Because I'd also believe if you go to any other, like, if you go to any other market, if you find another Miami market, it's going to be laid out like the exact same. So yeah, I don't believe in the, like, oh, it was just all computer generated, that's why it makes no sense. Yeah, Ami, that's more my take on it. That's more my take. Yeah. The randomness of placement is the generation. See, I don't believe that. I believe in the randomness of, like, hey, we have a set of shops. Like, they have, like, a set of, like, Southeast U.S. shops, and they have a block, and they go, okay, yeah, you know, fill this area with Southeast U.S. shops. But I still believe very strongly that the shops are all manually made by an artist. Like, again, yeah, look right here. Look right here. This is laid out the exact same. So it's not like full RNG, like, oh yeah, they're just putting shit wherever. Like, this is a set. This is a specific group, I don't know what you want to call it, model. It's a specific model that they can then, like, place. Like, I would fully believe I think a dev didn't go, yeah, I specifically want this shop right here. What I believe they did is they went plop, 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 plop. And it just like kind of randomly generated, pretty randomly generated like from their tile set of buildings. And then you go from there. Yeah, like a shop template, right. I love to use my card for shopping at Shop Foods, yeah, right. But yeah, it's the same thing with like Flight Sim. Flight Sim, like, there are still, at the core level of it, there are still artists making things. There are still artists making things. And obviously, like, we know for a fact there is a ton of hand-drawn, handmade assets here, because there's a lot of, like, landmarks that obviously were not just, like, you know, randomly placed randomly. The labels are used in a seed that is manipulated to get stuff that is believable. Yeah, I just don't believe that. If there is, like, a video on it of, like, their dev process, I'm totally fine to be, proven wrong on it. But yeah, I don't think it's as random as you think it is, I guess is what I would say. All right, anyway, we got to continue our road trip. We've checked out New Orleans. It's time to go over to Cape Canaveral. Let's go check out space. Let's go ride a rocket. Let's go ride a rocket. Yeah, Ami. I mean, that's exactly what I would say. The fact that it doesn't make, you know, a ton of real sense isn't because a computer did it. It's because devs just did it quickly because they know that, you know, I'm the only person ever that's gonna actually stop and look at those buildings. It looks good at a distance. It doesn't need to be better than that. Dread Menace. No. I know what Asobo does. I'm totally with you on that. And I know, like, I've played a lot of Flight Sim. But I'm still saying, like, even in Flight Sim, there are manually, like, hand-modeled buildings and landmarks. And, like, a tree didn't just come out of a computer. Like, a person made the tree. And, like, the roof textures, like, a person made the roof textures. Now, they have a system that, like, looks at the top of a building and tries to generate a building based on that. But there's a big difference between, like, looking at Google Maps data and actually handcrafting a map. And this is a much, much more handcrafted map. And again, if you look at, like, Flight Sim, you can tell, like, through their DLC packs. I don't know I think they have a name. But, like, there's kind of multiple stages of, like, you know, they, like, went through and manually did a bunch of stuff to, like, make Japan look way cooler. They went through and, like, added a bunch of landmarks, and a computer didn't do that. Like, a person did that. And again, yeah, same with the trees. Like, a computer made the trees. What are you doing, buddy? A person made the trees. A computer decided where to put the tree. But yeah. I don't think the shops are manually assembled. Yeah, and I think that's just where we differ. I do think the shops are manually assembled. Because I don't think that takes a lot of... I think it would almost take more work to randomly assemble the shops than it would be to just manually build out a handful of sets and then go from there. And then just yeah. Yo, Wi-Fi, how we feeling? Dude, we're feeling well. We're wrapping up our west to east road trip. We just kind of left New Orleans. Oh, that's cool. Little pit stop. I don't know where their cars are, but little pit stop there. Another one. We're on our way. I think we might actually be in Florida at this point. On our way to Cape Canaveral. Gonna go board a rocket and go to the Moon DLC, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Dread. But, okay, so another thing, I think there's a big difference between what they did for the crew and what they did for Flight Sim. Flight Sim, I think there's a lot more generation going on. This, I think, was a lot more hand-built. That would be my take. Ah! Here we go. I'd expect there to be a limited amount of manually made shops that are then copied over and over. It makes more sense than trying to QA whatever the... Yeah, that's kind of exactly my take with it, Skira, is it feels like it would be less work to just manually make those shops than it would be to build the system to automate making the shops and then check them all. Yeah. Where can you play TDU2? You gotta find a copy of it. There are projects. Project Paradise 2 would be like the Discord I would go in, and I don't know if they share resources. I would probably guess not on how to get the game, but you can acquire the game. You can acquire the game, and then yeah, look up Project Paradise 2, where they've got some servers and stuff for it. From a sub of those cells, we can generate the whole map in a week or less. Okay. But from what, though? Like, you don't just, like, type into a computer, like, generate map of the US. Like, that's what I guess, like, the disconnect is for me, is, like, they didn't just, like, tell a computer to make this whole map. Like, it's very obviously handcrafted in a lot of ways. Like anything, it's not like a dev is going and placing every single tree. I'm sure there's painting or automation or stuff like that. But, like, it's very obviously a manually crafted map with a lot of manually built landmarks. Like this. Like, I just wouldn't believe that is something like a computer just spit out. Like a dude made that. I don't know. That's my take anyway. This map is nostalgic, dude. It is so nostalgic. It really is. Yeah, it's been such a treat going through and playing this. Such a treat. I've had a lot of fun with it. Hey, a helicopter texture we haven't seen. Oh, it's a rescue a Coast Guard. Dude, that's cool. And it's even like they took like a flying one and just put it on the ground. I love that. I love that. But yeah. So Dread, I think the libraries is maybe where that difference is. Like, wait, hold on. From Ami. Yeah, generate in a week from assets made over a year. Yeah. Right. Like, it's just going through a pre-fight check. Yeah, like yeah. Like, the libraries are still handmade, and I don't think they just, like, plopped together. Like, I think we both agree that there's obviously some level of procedural generation. Like, of course there is. You can't make a map this big in any sort of reasonable time frame by hand. That's impossible. Unfeasible. I guess technically it's possible. But, yo, they got the Space Center! Sick. Fun little garden. Little astronaut chilling. He looks like he's had a bit of a day. But yeah, I think it's just the level of at what point does the computer take over that we disagree on a little bit. At what point is something done by hand? At what point is it done by a computer? And yeah, I think more stuff was done by hand. I think more stuff was done by hand. All right, I think that's, I mean, is there, hold on. That looks like an actual launch pad. We gotta go over there. I wanna see if there's like a shuttle in the game. How do we get over there? Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, we gotta get, here we go. Here we go. Also AI, yeah, but see, that tech didn't exist, like, back in 2012. We didn't have, like, I mean, we had chatbots and stuff like that, but, like, I'd believe it more these days. If this came out now, and you told me a lot of it was made using, like, AI, LLMs, you know, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But this was a map that was made like 15 years ago. Yeah, I mean, not quite 15. Between 10 and 13, probably. And AI was just not at that place before. Oh yeah, look, there's a shuttle! Yeah, NFS Heat did have space stuff. Because yeah, NFS Heat was like pretty similar to Miami. That's whatever their town was. Palm City, I think. Palm City. Where am I going? I was trying to follow the GPS. Oh, yeah, sorry. It was doing the thing where it doesn't want you to go off-road. Or it does just, like, have you cut across. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see the shuttle. I was getting lost. Yeah. Fuels map. Oh, yeah. But Fuels map uses a lot more proc gen. I fully believe that. Because Fuels map doesn't have, like, a lot of manual landmarks placed where they all make sense to be placed. All right, we're just cutting across because that's what it says to do. Yeah, Fuels map is very clearly made using, like, brushes and proc gen and terrain generators and all that stuff. 100%. 100%. Dude, this is so sick. That's badass. It's huge. It's on the big, like, mover thing too. Dude, I love that. This is, like, all pretty legit. What the heck is that? Oh, it is just a bird. Okay. There you go. The donks, thank you. Thank you. Dude, this is sick. That's so cool. They got little, like, people working on it out in the distance as well. Hey, guys. I wonder if they're supposed to be the astronauts. Bird doing a friggin' backflip, yeah. Yeah, man, I love this. That's badass. They even have, like, a... I don't know if that's intentionally supposed to be... Well, yeah, I think it is. Like, the steam or whatever coming out of it. That's awesome. Okay, I was wondering if maybe they missed... Maybe there's NASA on some things, but it's just space. It's just space. Yeah. This is sweet. There's another one down there. I don't know if that's like the actual launch site. This is like where they store it or something. Let's go down here. Little cruise ship out there, by the way. I did clock that. Man, my shoulder is driving me crazy right now, by the way. I don't know why. Ugh. It is just, like, extremely sore. Okay, yeah, they got, like, another, big shuttle mover. I don't know how many of those actually exist in real life. I kind of would have figured it would just be one. But maybe they got a few. Oh, dude, look at this, a big old rocket! Alright, who can tell me what... Oh, that's, like, not a... Okay. Dude, cool. I don't know if this is supposed to be a specific thing. When I could only see the top, I was like, oh yeah, maybe it's like a Saturn V. But when I saw the bottom, that doesn't look right. This looks more like they're doing like rocket testing. Because that would not fly. That would not fly. In my expert opinion, that's not going to space. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not an engineer. But still, that's sick. I love it. Wait, is it just floating? Or does it actually have like scaffolding? Hold on. Atlas? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know my rockets. Yeah, it's definitely just floating. It is flying. I love it. Giant ice cream extruders? Yes. Yes, that is what those are. Yeah, man, this is awesome. Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude! I don't know like what the plane is that carries the shuttle, but they got the plane that carries the shuttle! Dude! What? And like, obviously, this would only spawn around here. Like, that's not gonna spawn in the Grand Canyon. Dude, this is so cool! Oh my god! I love how much just like stuff there is. Like, you go to this place and you find, oh, weird little skybox thing. Yeah, like you can tell, yeah, like you can tell how to, like, so much, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. Like, there's so much value to exploring. There's so much actual value to explore. I love just random businessmen walking across a field with a briefcase. Yeah, we got important business to business. We gotta, you know, crunch those numbers. Hey, there's Marine 1 again. Looks like it anyway. Just want to check out the cruise ship over here. Yeah, lots of flight traffic around the launch space. Sick, man. Yeah, so much like fun attention to detail. I love it. I just love it. Oh god, dude, I'm sorry guys. My shoulder is like driving me crazy right now. I'm gonna like throw that on there and see how we feel. Yeah, the stream just got a lot cooler, thanks. I think that's helping. We'll see. I don't know if it's just because like I got up. Maybe I should here adjust my stance a little bit, my sitting position. We'll go there. All right. Okay. That's Cape Canaveral. I'd say we explored that relatively well. Let's head down to Miami. Sure, Orange Grove Station, set waypoint. It is, I think, gonna have us go off-road? We'll figure it out. We'll just follow the GPS to the nose. Dude, how cool is that? Just a big ol' shuttle. Oh, I love it. I love it. So cool. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you do, you bring the stream down a notch or two. I wasn't gonna say it, but, I mean, hey, you did. I'm not gonna disagree. More Space Center things. A bus. Sick. Getting a little stuttery. It's been buttery smooth so far. That's like the first time it's been stuttering. They got some coffee. They got the music shop. Do we need to go check out what's in the music shop? It actually looks like that isn't even like a storefront. Dude, I know. I'm gonna have to get used to Horizon map sizes. It's gonna bum me out. Not being able to spend like 2 hours going from one side of the map to the other. I mean, you never know. Maybe the next one will be a lot bigger, but I sure doubt it. I sure doubt it. Can we stop by a McDonald's? Sure, if I find one. If I find one, we'll go ahead and stop by. this. Even the yeah, little orange grove. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, they got little oranges on there. Cool. Florida is known for their oranges. Oh, look at that. And there's even like a big, I don't know, little processing facility with just massive bags of oranges. Oh my God. There's no way that's how they're actually stored. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that does not seem like the best way to store oranges. Because don't you think the ones on bottom would get a little smooshed? Again, maybe I'm wrong. But damn. Yeah, 1 and 2, Ami. 1 and 2. God, donks, it would be sick. How about we stop at Da Ribs? Why go to McDonald's when we can go over to Da Ribs? Can we look in their windows at all? I don't think so. There's something in there. And whatever that sign is. Oh, okay, there is, all right. So we saw that for the first time in New Orleans, and I was wondering if they maybe hand-built that like specifically for New Orleans, but we can see clearly not. Oh, there's even another one literally right there. Just a guy. He's just a guy. Don't worry about him. He's just a dude on a sign. Ooh, what was that over there? Hold on. Sorry, traffic. Traffic. Uptown Bar Restaurant, baby. Boris Coffee. Hey, it's Chick Waffles. Or Chick and Waffles. Guys, imagine today. Just imagine it. Imagine today. American Cult. Outlet, everything for your family. Mall Tree. Life is better with Tree. Welson's and Bakery. Your Bakery. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like apparel. Yeah, leader in biogas. Oh, sorry. Sorry, peds. Pedestrians. I'm not gonna shorten that anymore. Sick. Alright. Let's drive a little more into... I don't know if we're like supposed to be in Miami proper yet. I feel like we're still kind of a little out of town. Lots of traffic. Must be noon. Little Haiti. Oh, look at that! Scuba Florida. Oh, that's cool. They got a little scuba shop with a shark. Oh, that's fun. Cool. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. The Granada shop. The Single. Miracle Wax, I think that's what that was. Or Miracle Way, maybe. Wait. Hold on, hold on. Oh, wait, okay, they're both the same. I was like, that's a car wash? But this is also the car wash. It counts. All right, who wants to call that number? 256-489-7821. Now, hold on. There's no way. But let's just see. Is 256 a real area code? 256 area code. That's an area code for northeastern Alabama. So it's not Florida. Wait, that's my number. It's not Florida, but that is a number for northeast Alabama. So yeah, probably like in the same like southeast US set. Miami Splash. Florida's 813. Okay, yeah, well yeah, where you were in it. I mean, there's a good chance that's a real number. Because that's a real area code. I mean, you never know. It totally could be. I feel bad for anyone with that number. Hey, your phone number is in the crew. Like, I wonder if, like, did they ever have to check? I wonder. Or do they just send it? Loving that. There's downtown, kind of over that way. Is there, guys, is there a wiki camera mode? Mobile garage. I don't think there's an in-game gallery. I don't think there's an in-game gallery, unfortunately. Maybe they got sued. Yeah, the whole reason the Crew 1 got shut down was because the dude that had that phone number sued them. And they're like, oh, nothing we can do. Shut her down. This is awesome, by the way. We're here at the right time. It's hustle and bustle in the city. Lots of traffic, lots of pedestrians. Dude, look at it out there as well. Man, Miami's kind of big. Let me get a pulse of like where I'm at on the map. Oh yeah, oh my god, dude, we've been through like a 1/10 of Miami. Maybe that's a little generous. A 1/6, we'll say. Oh, I want to go out onto the out onto that side. We'll kind of cruise through here a little bit. Cruise through here a little bit for a while. Yeah, they got big old bridges going across the water. The whole like color temperature looks different as well here. Like it feels like, I don't know, feels like Florida sun, you know, not like Wisconsin sun. No hate to Wisconsin. Damn, I freaking hate Miami, do you? I've never like spent a lot of time there. Like I said, I have family in Florida in another scuba shop. I've been there a handful of times in life. I don't know. I guess I have no strong feelings one way or another. I think it's pretty. I think visually it's pretty. Dude, yeah, look at all this traffic. Holy crap. We're doing such a good job. Yeah, who needs GTA 6? I mean, come on. You got GTA 6 right here. Look at it. There's planes, trains, and automobiles. I don't know, maybe we can find a gun shop somewhere. Maybe. Dude, this is sick. Wow. Let me just do a little pause. Look at all this. Just look at what we're surrounded by. Just as far as you can see. Think like downtown over there. Lots of buildings over here. There's tons of people around. Tons of cars. Tons of houses. Just feels so alive. Feels so alive. Also, I'm sorry, you're gonna hear my dogs for a minute. My wife just got home. There you go, Ami. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of pop off this way for a little while. Wife is trying to calm the doggies. Oh, should we go down here? Let's go down here. Yeah, little barks. Little barking barkers. My shoulder's feeling like a little better with this ice, but it's still driving me nuts. I don't know what it is. Hey! This is nice. Very nice. As a Floridian, I won't get GTA 6 because it's in Miami. Oh, rip. I don't know. We've talked about GTA 6 a decent amount. I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I still don't know, like, I don't think I have enough FOMO to like get it on console first before it comes to PC, but we'll see. I also, like, there's just no way, in my opinion, that it's gonna run at 60 FPS. At least on the consoles I have. I have a base PS5, and I have a Series S. And there's zero chance there's gonna be 60 FPS on the Series S. I think there's a slim chance it'll be 60 FPS on base PS5. But I would honestly bet it's going to be 30 through and through. Or, wait, were there people in bikinis and like bathing? Yo, we got some hot babes. We got some hot babe. Oh my God. Terrifying eyes. But, hot babes. It's Miami, baby. Look at that. They're twins. Yeah. Yeah, my wife like, look, we got hot dudes. Hot dudes. in some real short shorts. Europeans might be a little more comfortable with that, but what is that face, by the way? That's the same guy that was sitting outside the Space Center. This is his day off. He's chilling now. That's realistic, by the way. Oh yeah. I think shirts are illegal in most of South Florida, actually. Street shop. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's go over to the beach. Let's go check it out. Let's see if they populated the beach with anything. Ah, people. We got people. Oh yeah, dude, look at this. They absolutely did. The beach is like actually fairly populated. I mean, you know, all things considered, it's not hustling and bustling like your average Florida beach, but that's pretty good. Portuguese man of war, town of Palm Beach, municipal beach. All right, sure, I'll accept it. Dude, sick. Is there actually anybody in here? Dude, they got like actual scuba equipment. Look at that. There's a suit, mask, actual tanks. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, where's the milk? That's right. They got boats out there, big old cruise ship. Wait a minute, was that cruise ship there a minute ago? Does the cruise ship move? Hold on. Oh my God, dude, the cruise ship actually moves. Forza Horizon 5, eat your heart out. Like, what? That's so sick. The cruise ship actually moves. They don't do that in Horizon. That's awesome. I love that. Couple of boats sitting there. I wonder if it has a path. I mean, I would assume it has to. That's so badass. That's so badass. I love that, like, you know, obviously that's not a place designed for cars. And it still has quite a bit going on. There's still quite a bit going on there. All right, dude, Miami. Awesome, awesome city. It's huge. It's huge. Nah, there's no way GTA 6 beaches could beat that. Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, come on. Have you seen a moving cruise ship in any of the trailers? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, let's get ready for the final drive. Let's do it. Okay. Kind of, yeah, we'll end up popping out here through downtown Miami. Venetian Islands, sick. I think it's time to set our final location. Right here. Right at the cruise ship. Oh, I don't think we can actually go up to it. Sad. Sad. Why'd this game get the hate? I mean, I wouldn't say it necessarily got hate. I mean, everything gets some hate. But, like, overall, people were just kind of lukewarm about it. It definitely had its fan base. But, yeah, it never, like, hit the... Yeah, I mean, like, it never hit the audience it, you know, maybe should have. But, yeah, that's what I was just going to get into, what Hip-Hop said. It came out kind of right around GTA 5, especially GTA 5 on PC. And a lot of people were just kind of enamored by that. This was also around when, like, Horizon 1 and 2 would have come out. And those were doing quite well. beyond that, like, I don't know. Like, maybe the world just didn't want this at the time. The world just wasn't ready for it. Because it's so sick now. Like, I have been having an amazing time with the game. It handles pretty well. The story's pretty engaging. The map is obviously insanely cool. Yeah, I think the world just didn't appreciate it. I don't know. I really don't. Like, it you know, like, got remembered. I think as time passed, you know, it kind of, like, had its cult following to a certain degree. And people did still play it, like, up until the day it was shut down, for what it's worth. I think if you look... Well, hold on. I bet we can check it out. Here, hold on. Anyway. Back to it. Back to it. Leaving Miami, heading to the Keys. Our final stop on the trip, baby. Final stop on the trip. And yeah, I am curious. This was, I'm sure, a big console game as well. Most racing games are, especially back then. PC gaming has only been getting, like, more and more popular. It was not the behemoth it is now. But yeah, definitely never, I don't know. It is weird playing the game now and being like, yeah, this game was never, like, that popular. You know, it was like, it kind of made it splash. People played it. People knew about it. It's just weird it didn't, like, take off like Horizon did, I guess. You know, that's just odd. It's just odd. Yeah, dude, Mitch, if this game... Oh, hey, look at this. We're on to the Keys. Also, sorry my dogs are barking again. Yeah, if this had, like, a remaster, I guess, where they, you know, polish it up, modern visuals, you know, maybe do, like, a remake where you add some more cars and stuff, this would do very, very well today. Maybe a better way to say that is, like, if a game with this exact same feature set came out today, I believe it would do extremely well. Yeah, launch problems for sure. That always, especially back then, that really did kill games. Because back then it wasn't normal. These days, most AAA games, it's literally an expectation that the game's just gonna have issues when it comes out. But back in 2014, like, that wasn't as big of a common thing. Like, it still happened, but yeah, it was not as big of a common thing. Also, yeah, worth mentioning, this was one of, like, the earlier always online games that wasn't an MMO, and that was a much harder sell back then. So I'm sure that affected some people. Oh, dude, look at that jump. Sick. That's awesome. Oh, Miami. Dude, look at how huge the Miami skyline is. That's sick. All right, I'm just getting so sidetracked by skylines. Yeah, the water reflections do look, like, frighteningly good. I don't get it. That's no ray tracing, baby. That's pre-ray tracing. You love to see it. Yeah, this, in many ways, this was ahead of its time. The good and the bad. You're totally right. You're totally right. Dude, more jumps. That's awesome. A little jump route. South Club Bar, baby. More jumps. Yeah, that must. I wonder if that's in, like, a off-road race or something at some point, or if they just put that there for funsies. Yeah, hard donks. Can you take the broken highway alongside and do all the jumps? Maybe we'll do that at the end. I'm sure we can. I mean, yeah, of course we can. Like, they wouldn't put that there for no reason. But yeah, we'll have to do it. We'll have to hit it up. I just want to make it to our destination here at the end. Yeah, there's a state of play in, like, a half hour. Yakuza. Yeah. State of play in like a half hour. Here we go. Ooh, what is... Oh, I was going to say, what is that big building? It's a cruise ship. It just hadn't, like, loaded in yet. Here we are, Key West, dudes. The final stop on our long-ass road trip from Seattle to Key West. One of the longest stretches you can take across the U.S. Hell yeah. And just like that, the road trip comes to a close. I'm so sad we can't go up to the cruise ship. Yeah. not a... Yo! But we do have some hot dudes and hot babes to look at. I'll just, you know, chilling like you do on the beach. Over in the grassy part. Over in the grassy part, all in a big circle. No towels, just raw dogging it. I love it. No, everything's fine. Yeah, it does look very, it does look very uncomfortable.